10 Lessons from Psychology of Money book by Morgan Housel. Welcome to the video. In today's video, we'll be discussing 10 lessons from the book Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This book delves into the psychological and behavioral factors that shape our understanding and relationship with money, and offers valuable insights into how we can make better financial decisions. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting to think about your financial future, we think you'll find these lessons to be incredibly informative and thought-provoking. So without further ado, let's dive into the first lesson. Lesson 1. Money is more about behavior and psychology than math and finance. According to Morgan Housel, our understanding and relationship with money is largely shaped by our beliefs, biases, and emotions, rather than by cold, hard facts and figures. He argues that the way we think and feel about money can have a huge impact on our financial behavior and outcomes, and that understanding these psychological dynamics is key to making smart financial decisions. For example, our fear of loss can lead us to make overly conservative investment choices, while our desire for instant gratification can lead us to make impulsive, short-sighted decisions. By recognizing and managing these psychological tendencies, we can make more rational, long-term oriented financial choices. So next time you're thinking about your finances, try to take a step back and consider the psychological factors at play, rather than just the numbers on a page. It could make all the difference in your financial success. Lesson 2. Financial decisions often have long-term consequences. One of the key themes of psychology of money is the importance of considering the long-term implications of our financial choices. According to Housel, many of us tend to focus on the immediate, short-term consequences of our financial decisions, rather than thinking about how they will impact us in the future. For example, it can be tempting to take on high-interest credit card debt in order to make a big purchase or go on a luxurious vacation, but the long-term cost of carrying that debt and paying off the interest can be significant. On the other hand, making smart, long-term oriented financial decisions, such as saving for retirement or paying off debt, can pay off in the form of financial security and freedom down the road. So next time you're faced with a financial decision, try to consider not only its immediate impact, but also how it will affect you in the long run. Your future self will thank you. Lesson 3. Luck plays a larger role in life and financial success than we often realize. According to Morgan Housel, luck and chance can have a significant influence on our financial outcomes, and we should be mindful of this when attributing success or failure to our own abilities or choices. He argues that many of the things that contribute to financial success, such as education, job opportunities, and access to capital, are often determined by factors beyond our control, and that it's important to recognize the role that luck has played in our own lives and financial journeys. At the same time, however, Housel also stresses the importance of being proactive and making the most of the opportunities that come our way, rather than simply relying on luck. By taking calculated risks and working hard, we can increase our chances of financial success, even in the face of uncertain and unpredictable circumstances. So next time you find yourself thinking about your financial successes or failures, remember to give credit where credit is due, and to acknowledge the role that luck and chance have played in your journey. Lesson 4. It's better to be roughly right than precisely wrong. In the world of finance, it's important to have a general understanding of how things work rather than getting bogged down in the details and potentially making flawed decisions. According to Morgan Housel, it's often more important to have a rough idea of what you're doing and why, rather than trying to be precise and getting things wrong. For example, when it comes to investing, it's usually more effective to have a diversified portfolio and a long-term investment horizon, rather than trying to predict short-term market movements and making frequent trades. Similarly, when it comes to managing your personal finances, it's usually more effective to have a general understanding of how to create and stick to a budget, rather than obsessing over every little detail and potentially missing the bigger picture. So next time you're faced with a financial decision, try to focus on the broad strokes rather than getting bogged down in the details. It could save you a lot of time and frustration in the long run. Lesson 5. It's important to diversify, but don't fall into the trap of thinking you can predict the future. Diversifying your investments can help to manage risk by spreading your assets across a variety of different asset classes and investment strategies. This can help to protect you against market fluctuations and ensure that you're not overly reliant on any one particular investment. However, it's important to remember that no one can accurately predict the future movements of the market. According to Morgan Housel, trying to time the market or select the hottest investments can be a recipe for disaster, as it's simply not possible to consistently predict what the market will do. Instead, it's usually more effective to have a diversified portfolio and a long-term investment horizon, and to stay the course even when the market experiences ups and downs. So next time you're thinking about your investment strategy, remember to diversify your portfolio, but also be mindful of the limitations of your own ability to predict the future. Lesson 6. The majority of financial decisions are reversible, but some are not. According to Morgan Housel, many of our financial decisions are reversible, meaning that we can change course if things don't work out as we hoped. For example, if we make a poor investment choice, we can sell our position and move on to something else. However, there are some financial decisions that are not reversible, and it's important to be mindful of this when making choices that have long-term consequences. For example, decisions such as choosing a career path or buying a home can have lasting effects on our financial well-being, and it's important to consider the long-term implications before making a commitment. So next time you're faced with a financial decision, try to consider whether it's reversible or not, and weigh the long-term consequences carefully before committing. It could save you a lot of regrets down the road. Lesson 7. The more you learn about finance, the more you realize how little you know. According to Morgan Housel, the more we learn about finance, the more we realize just how complex and multifaceted it is. There are always new developments, insights, and perspectives to consider, and it's rare for anyone to have a complete and comprehensive understanding of every aspect of the field. This can be both humbling and empowering. On the one hand, it's important to recognize that no one has all the answers, and that there is always more to learn. On the other hand, it also means that there is always room for growth and improvement, and that there are always new opportunities to deepen our understanding and make better financial decisions. So next time you're feeling overwhelmed by all the financial information out there, remember that it's okay to not know everything, and that there is always more to learn. Embrace the journey of continuous learning and growth. Lesson 8. The greatest financial risks come from things you don't know. According to Morgan Housel, some of the greatest financial risks come from things that we don't even realize we don't know. These are the unknown unknowns, the things that we don't even realize we should be worried about. For example, when it comes to investing, it's important to consider not only the risks that we can see and understand, but also the potential risks that we can't see. This might include things like geopolitical risks, technological disruptions, or market developments that we couldn't have anticipated. To mitigate these types of risks, it's important to stay informed and open-minded, and to be willing to consider a wide range of potential scenarios. It's also important to diversify your investments and to have a long-term investment horizon, as this can help to buffer against unexpected shocks and setbacks. So next time you're thinking about financial risk, try to consider not just the risks you can see, but also the ones you might not even be aware of. It could save you a lot of surprises down the road. Lesson 9. You can't have high returns without high risk. According to Morgan Housel, it's important to recognize that high returns and high risk are often closely linked. In general, the higher the potential return on an investment, the higher the risk that you might lose money. This is known as the risk-return trade-off. For example, investments that offer the potential for high returns, such as stocks or real estate, are often more volatile and subject to market fluctuations than more conservative investments, such as bonds or cash. While it's possible to earn high returns from these types of investments, it's also important to be aware of the potential risks and to be prepared for the possibility of losing money. So next time you're thinking about your investment strategy, try to consider not just the potential returns, but also the risks involved. It's important to find a balance that aligns with your risk tolerance and financial goals. Lesson 10. Financial success is often the result of slow, incremental progress, not overnight wins. According to Morgan Housel, financial success is often the result of slow, incremental progress, rather than sudden, overnight wins. He argues that many of the most successful investors and financial professionals are those who are able to stay the course and make steady progress over the long term, rather than those who are constantly seeking out the next big thing. For example, rather than trying to time the market or make quick, high-risk bets, it's often more effective to focus on building a diverse, long-term portfolio and making consistent, informed decisions. Similarly, when it comes to personal finances, it's often more effective to focus on saving and investing for the long term, rather than trying to get rich quick. So next time you're thinking about your financial goals, remember that slow and steady often wins the race. Don't get too caught up in the search for overnight successes, and instead focus on making consistent, long-term progress. Conclusion. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.